The old wooden floors creaked as Claire wandered downstairs to get a snack. She sighed as she glanced at the clock, only 9 p.m. on a Friday night, and she was stuck at home babysitting her younger siblings while her parents were out. At least she had earned some extra cash for the boring job. "Adam, Emma, you two doing okay?" she called up the staircase. Soft giggling noises drifted down in response, letting her know the kids were still occupied with a movie in the playroom. Claire breathed easier, happy for another few minutes of freedom before resuming warden duties. As the microwave warmed up her pizza pocket, Claire's phone buzzed with a text from her friend Lisa, who was out partying. "Wish you were here. So bored without you, sad face." Claire sighed enviously and shot back a quick, "Me too, sad face. Stuck on kid duty. TTYL." A moment later another message came through, but it was from an unknown number. Curious, Claire opened it. All it said was, "I'm in the house." Her blood ran cold as she stared at the words, pulse quickening. This had to be a prank, but who would do such a thing? Claire shakily texted back, "Who is this?" Almost instantly came the reply, "Somewhere upstairs. Coming for the kids." Her heart slammed against her ribs as panic set in. Racing into the living room, she screamed up at the playroom, "Adam! Emma! Lock the door!" Two small voices cried out in fear, and she heard the click of the deadbolt just as her phone buzzed again. "You can't stop me." Claire was shaking uncontrollably now, mind racing to figure out who would play such a twisted joke. Could it really be true? She dialed 911 with trembling fingers. "911, what's your emergency?" the dispatcher answered evenly. Claire struggled to keep her voice steady. "Someone just texted me saying they're in the house. They said they're coming for the kids." "Okay ma'am, stay calm," soothed the operator. "Are all the doors and windows locked?" Claire double-checked and confirmed they were. "I'm sending officers now. Can you see or hear anything suspicious?" Claire listened intently, straining ears for any out-of-place sounds in the old creaky house. All seemed still until a soft thump came from directly overhead, as if someone had bumped into the wall. Her blood turned to ice. "I think I heard something upstairs," she whispered frantically. Another thump, this time paired with the creak of floorboards slowly shifting weight. Terror clutched Claire's heart in a vice as muted footsteps started creeping above, easing closer to the locked playroom door. The kids began crying loudly now, surely hearing the ominous noises too. "Please hurry," Claire sobbed to the dispatcher. But the footsteps just continued their torturous path down the room, lingering longest directly above the petrified siblings. Finally the distant wail of sirens swelled, growing louder by the second. Claire ran to the front door, flinging it open just as two police cruisers roared up, lights blazing. "He's upstairs, please hurry," she screamed at the officers pulling weapons and racing into the house. Claire hugged herself, shaking uncontrollably on the front step as more squad cars arrived. A few tense minutes passed until a shouting match could be heard upstairs, fading into handcuffs clicking. Two cops emerged supporting a disheveled young man in cuffs between them, a triumphant look on his face. "This guy was hiding in the attic crawlspace," the officer explained as Claire stared in disbelief. "Keeps mumbling about finishing the job. Real sicko." She broke down sobbing as the truth set in. A complete psychopath had been lurking above their heads the whole time. By the time her parents got home, the disturbed intruder was long gone, taken away for a psych eval. But Claire would never forget the sheer terror of thinking this man was within reaching distance of the kids, all because of some twisted phone prank gone too far. From that night on, she carried Mace whenever left alone with her siblings, refusing to take any chances on their safety in the old creaky house again.